We want to welcome you to Panther Field in Cokeville, Wyoming, where today the Lyman Eagles have come to town to take on the Cokeville Panthers in high school football, and we're broadcasting live on mylocalradio.com. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Val Cook, and thank goodness we have the camera working so that you can see all of the action. If I miss any of it, you'll be able to see it, and make sure that you see what's going on the field at the same time. We'd like to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's broadcast. A thank you to Altitude Evanston, also to Chad's Automotive, to Wyoming Dental Specialties of Evanston, to the Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet of Evanston, to West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Signs, and to My Local Radio and the Advertising Co-op for helping us bring this broadcast to you today. It is overcast here in Cokeville as it is all the way across the region. So driving up here from Evanston, it was raining in areas, but as we checked the weather here not too long ago, it says that while there is a good chance of rain, the chances will decrease now as the evening comes on and the afternoon goes. So chance of rain, it's decreasing. So the conditions on the field, a little bit damp from rain earlier today, but not so much that I think it's going to cause a lot of slipping or hurt when the players cut or do some of their stunts that they do on the line. So pretty good day, nice weather for football here on a Friday afternoon. We're looking at about 53 degrees right now here in Cokeville and partly cloudy skies, and I have to tell you, a lot less clouds now than there was about an hour ago here in Cokeville. So Lyman football on the air on mylocalradio.com. We will come back. We had a chance earlier this week to visit with Cedar Ayers, and we want to learn a little bit more about that young lady. So while we're waiting for the teams to warm up here in Cokeville, we'll take that visit with Cedar Ayers, and we'll have that coming up for you right after this. You're listening to Lyman Eagles football on mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Your vehicle represents one of the major investments you'll make in your lifetime. If you have an accident, large or small, take care of your investment with a professional team that understands the value of your vehicle. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston has been repairing and restoring vehicles to just like new condition for over 7 years. Don't trust your investment to just anyone. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789-2677.
What lives in your ductwork? Creepy, crawly spiders, rodents, old pet hair and dander, dust. It's a fact. Whatever's lingering in your ductwork is the same thing you're breathing in the air.
I've got great news. The professionals at Landmark Plumbing and Heating have all the equipment needed to clean out the ductwork in your house. This is Lane Bowen, owner of Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Let us help you breathe easier by cleaning out your ductwork. Call us today to schedule an appointment. 789-8793.
No more need to head out of town to find that perfect vehicle. Stop into Altitude Evanston. Why Altitude? Because we're elevating the car buying experience to a whole new level. Nate Hamilton here. I'd like to invite you to come down to the old Evanston Motor location. where you will find new owners and a car buying experience without the hassle and games. We'll make your car buying experience unique and help you find the vehicle that best fits your needs. We offer award-winning new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram vehicles and a large selection of pre-owned vehicles too. Give us a chance. Stop in today at 100 Wasatch Road, Evanston.
Today we're visiting with Cedar Eyre, who is a senior at Lyman High School. Thanks for visiting with us today.
It's good to be here.
You are a member of the volleyball team, starter on the volleyball team?
Yes, I am.
How many years have you been there?
I've been playing volleyball since I was a freshman, and I started for 2 years now.
Very, very good. Do you really enjoy it?
Yes, I love playing volleyball. It's way fun, and it's full of energy, and I love it.
What else about school do you like? What's your favorite subject?
I'm a math and science person. I love math and science, and I love PE classes. I'm taking peer mentoring, and I really enjoy helping out our special needs kids. I love doing service projects.
Are you active in more than just this school? Do you do service projects throughout the community too?
Yes, sometimes I do, and for my church group as well.
What are some of the favorite projects that you've done?
Quilt making, quilt tying for the needy. Sometimes just yard work or work around town.
So you're very busy in the community as well as in school.
Yes, I am.
Cedar Eyre is with us. And Cedar, you are a senior. What do you plan for your future? What's going to happen to Cedar post high school?
College for sure. Looked into dental hygiene, maybe even just here in Wyoming. Also, after that, I hope to have a family. That is my main goal in life.
Very, very good. You mentioned college. Any idea which college you have in mind?
Possibly Sheridan. They have a good dental hygiene program, as well as Utah State or BYU.
And Sheridan, would enable you to take advantage of the Hathaway Scholarship Program?
Yes, I have taken classes and made sure that I have remained eligible to stay in the Hathaway program for that reason.
Basketball season coming up. I know you're right in the middle of volleyball season. You don't want to think about basketball yet, but you're on the basketball team too.
Yes, I am.
What position?
I play a post down on the block.
Of the two, volleyball, basketball, what's your favorite sport?
I can't decide. During volleyball season, I love it, but then during basketball season, I'm ready to play basketball, so I haven't been able to decide.
And in the summer, you love to swim?
No, not usually.
I don't know. You're a very active person, so I figured you'd stay active through the summer and do stuff too. So visiting with Cedar Eyre, thank you for your time, Cedar, and good luck on the court this season.
Thank you.
We are having some equipment problems here in Cokeville today. I'm not hearing what is playing in the interview, so hopefully we got through the interview with Cedar. It is pregame, Lyman versus Cokeville here in Cokeville, broadcast on mylocalradio.com. We'll be back.
No more need to head out of town to find that perfect vehicle. Stop into Altitude Evanston. Why Altitude? Because we're elevating the car buying experience to a whole new level. Nate Hamilton here. I'd like to invite you to come down to the old Evanston Motor location, where you will find new owners and a car buying experience without the hassle and games. We'll make your car buying experience unique and help you find the vehicle that best fits your needs. We offer award-winning new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram vehicles and a large selection of pre-owned vehicles too. Give us a chance. Stop in today at 100 Wasatch Road, Evanston.
With over 25 years of experience, it's not uncommon for Chad to be able to diagnose your vehicle's problems right away, sometimes by just listening to your engine run. If there were such a thing, Chad might even be considered the engine whisperer. Actually, the mechanics at Chad's Automotive in Evanston are just dang good mechanics. You're always treated fairly and honestly, handling everything from vehicle maintenance to major repair. Chad's Automotive in Evanston, 789-8263. Call today, 789-8263.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Attention sports teams, coaches, athletic directors, administrators, and parents and fans of high school sports all across Wyoming. When you're in Casper, stay at the Hilton Garden Inn Casper. With spacious guest rooms, a beautiful indoor pool and hot tub, and delicious family restaurant, you'll find everything you need to have your athletes rested and ready to do their best. For all of your team and fan hotel accommodations in Casper, call 307-266-1300. The Hilton Garden Inn, Casper.
It looks like they're ready for the starting lineups here in Cokeville as we're pregame.
Cokeville High School would like to welcome you to today's game.
We'll let the announcers tell you as they introduce.
Cokeville Panthers. Please help CHS assure the safety of all spectators by keeping your children under your supervision for the duration of the event.
They're going to be flipping the coin to start with before they introduce the starting lineups. So we'll tell you it is homecoming for Mountain View down in Bridger Valley. They are hosting the Level Bulldogs, and that will be a game later tonight. Of course, all of the homecoming activities going on there at Mountain View. Last night, the Lady Buffaloes hosted the Kemmer Rangers and ended up with a 3-set victory. Tomorrow, they will be traveling up to Riverton to take on the Wolverines in a volleyball matchup. That'll start about 2 o'clock here on mylocalradio.com. And in the meantime, the Lyman Lady Bulldogs, they are in Star Valley tonight for a matchup against the Lady Braves, and then they will stay there and take part in that big tournament that Star Valley has every year in volleyball. So should be a lot of volleyball action for our Lyman Lady, the Lady Eagles up in Star Valley tonight and tomorrow. Lyman wins the toss. They've elected to receive. Getting instructions by the refs, shaking hands.
Again, welcome to today's ball game between the Lyman Eagles and your Cokeville Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, would you now please stand? The privilege of this game was made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts in our country by gentlemen removing your caps
Heard that from the announcer here in the booth in Cokeville. Cheerleaders advancing the flags, the Wyoming flag on one side, the American flag on the other as they march to center field.
Please repeat the pledge with me. I pledge allegiance.
Cokeville cheerleaders presenting the flag, getting ready to introduce the starting lineup.
Thank you, cheerleaders. The Wyoming High School Activities Association encourages everyone at this event to join the ride. Thank you. Now for your starting lineups. First for the Lyman Eagles, we'll announce them as the Lyman Eagle team. Coached by head coach Dale Anderson, coaches Bradshaw, Peacock, and Christofferson. Now for your Cokeville Panthers. At center, number 52, Andrew Thomas. At guard, number 54, Braden Johnson. At guard, number 60, Sterling Murdoch. At tackle, number 68, Baldwin Larson. At tackle, number 76, Seth Toomer. At end, number 82, Michael Moyes. At end, number 10, Wyatt Autry. At back, number 3, Anthony Peterson. At back, number 20, Ammon Tykert. At back, number 44, Rick Nate. And your quarterback for today's ball game, number 12, Bentley Johnson.
There is your lineup.
Todd Dayton, Pete Nate, Marty Linford, Brian Tykert, DJ Pouty, manager Jaden Nelson.
Lineup for your Cokeville Panthers for this afternoon. Our camera being run by a young lady from Cokeville High School, Cassidy King. We'd like to thank her for her efforts this afternoon as we try and get underway with some football here this afternoon. We would like to thank Achieve Sports Medicine of Lyman, physical therapist Randy Christofferson. He says, no excuses, just results. Achieve Sports Medicine, 747-4627 on Main Street in Lyman.
Getting set to kick off for the Panthers is Johnson, Braden Johnson.
Braden Johnson doing the kicking duties, and back to receive. Number 11, we have Brendan Martin. Number 32, Hunter Gines.
And number 7, Jared Rogers.
Start the ball game. There is the whistle. Johnson will approach it.
That's number 11.
Short hits off the shins of Gines, and a whole slew of the Cokeville Panthers there too. He's lucky he was able to fall on that ball. Still, it was a short kick. Kind of hit him in the shins and rolled back towards. They're going to place it on the 25-yard line as they get first opportunity for the Eagles this afternoon here in Cokeville. Hagen Lamoureux, the quarterback. Bodie Blumel lined up behind him.
Lamoureux, quarterback.
Two wide to the Bluebell gets the carry, picks up 5 yards, maybe 6 on the carry, first down. Pick up 5 or 6 yards on any first down. Take it every time. Talking with Coach Anderson earlier this week, and he was talking like they were going to try and just pound it through the offensive line. Says we don't have a lot of speed on the team. There are a couple of speedsters, but best chance he figured they had today was to work it through that offensive line. So we'll see a lot of handoffs today. Offsides, it looks like number 3, Gus Blumel, moved. It's like the whole defensive line moved, and then it kind of threw Gus off. Oh. They are going to call it against the defense. Gus thought he was the one at fault. You could see him shake his head. Moves him back 5 yards, gives him a first down. 1st and 10. Snap goes high, way over his head, rolling around, and it's recovered by the Panthers. Who is that? Number 80? Blake Thornock on the recovery for the Panthers. Just a rough snap from center. Went way over Lamoureux's head, and they couldn't get back to get on top of it. So defense comes out for Lyman. Looks like they're waiting for the ref to get out of the way there. Looks like Bentley, handoff to Nate. Going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. Just across the 20-yard line. Give them to the 19. This is Cokeville Panthers in Lyman Eagles territory with about a little over 19 yards to go. Johnson up under center again. This time a handoff to the other side. It looks like it was stripped or a fumble. There was a fumble somewhere between the exchange between the halfback and the quarterback, but Cokeville able to fall on it. They did lose about 3 yards. Third and 8. Gets it back to pass. Gets a little bit of pressure. Breaks the tackle. A little bit of speed in that quarterback. It's a touchdown.
Bentley Johnson keeps the ball for 6. Touchdown.
Quarterback keeper goes around. Actually, it looked like a busted play. He went back to pass. He couldn't find anything. Great defense going on for the Lyman Eagles in the backfield. And Johnson able to scramble. Got away from 2 or 3 tackles and ended up putting 6 points on the scoreboard. And speaking of the scoreboard, if you notice it's not active, here in Cokeville we have a little tiny booth for the press to sit in, a press box, and I couldn't get an angle at their scoreboard from where we're sitting, so we just have to keep you up to date on what the time is and what the score is here in Cokeville today. Extra point attempt is good. That'll put Panthers on the scoreboard first. Panthers 7, Eagles 0 with 9:50 left in the first quarter. This is Lyman Eagles football on mylocalradio.com.
Attention sports teams, coaches, athletic directors, administrators, and parents and fans of high school sports all across Wyoming. When you're in Casper, stay at the Hilton Garden Inn Casper. With spacious guest rooms, a beautiful indoor pool and hot tub, and delicious family restaurant, you'll find everything you need to have your athletes rested and ready to do their best. For all of your team and fan hotel accommodations in Casper, call 307-266-1300. The Hilton Garden Inn, Casper.
Fourth down and 5. Back deep to receive. Toomer and Peterson.
Gonna punt it. Blue Mel punts away. Received by Matthew Thompson, who dropped it, picked it back up. He's coming up the middle of the field. Able to fight back about 13, 15 yards before a whole gang of Eagles brought him down.
It'll be first and 10 for Cokeville on the 46.
Ball up across the 45-yard line. First and 10 Panthers leading 7-0 with 7:57 to go in the first quarter. So Turner will come on.
Changing out the football.
When you talk about depth, these small schools, that's where the issue is.
Panthers break huddle. Looks like the quarterback going up under center this time. Not in the shotgun. 3 people in the backfield, nobody wide. Handoff to Nate.
Handoff goes to Rick Nate.
Number 44 is their tailback, Rick Nate, for the Panthers. Picks up about 3. Second and 7. 7:41 left in the first quarter. The Panthers are up by 7-0 on the scoreboard. Now we have a few guys out wide, one wide to the right, three to the left. Two people in the backfield, including the quarterback in the shotgun. Nice catch by Peterson, who breaks a tackle and hits the open field, only to be caught from behind by number 12, Hagen Lamoureux, playing on defense. Picks up and able to get that open field tackle from behind, but not after a huge gain. That will bring up 1st and 10. Right close to the 25-yard line of the Eagles as the Panthers are driving. Set up in the I formation. And they're going to shuffle it back to their tailback, Nate. And a great big tackle by Dryden Mink. He caught him from behind and whirled him around and brought him down, but not before he picked up a few yards. Be 2nd down and 5 to go. Just inside the 20 for the Panthers. Handoff to Nate. Off of the right side of the line. Able to pick up a couple of more yards, but he was brought down by a whole gang of the Eagles, but not before another gain of maybe 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down and 1. On about the 15-yard line.
Checking out. Tristan Nate will set up as a tight end on the left side. Tight end on the right side is Wyatt.
3 men in the backfield. A couple of tight ends in there. And it's going to be a handoff. Anthony Peterson with the handoff, the fullback for the Panthers. We'll have to wait and see where they spot it, because there was a whole, I don't think he did. I think they stood him up pretty much at the line of scrimmage. And that's what it's indicating. It looks like a 4th down and 1 for the Panthers from the 16-yard line of the Eagles. Quarterback under center. Handed it off to Nate, and he got stood up. I don't think he's going to make it. This might be a turnover on downs for the Eagles. I don't think he made it. That he hit into, yep, they're going to turn around and give it to the Eagles. Turn it over on 4th down, so it'll be 1st and 10. The Eagles will begin this drive on their own 15-yard line. 5:09 left in 1st quarter. Score is the Panthers 7, the Eagles nothing. Eagles have the ball. Trying to get all the right people in there. Lamoureux is going to work. Making sure everybody knows the play, working out of the shotgun. Lamoureux. Hands off to the man standing next to him. Number 13, that was, I don't have a number 13 on my sheet.
Handoff goes to number 13. Being stopped by the Cokeville defensive line.
Got about 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
Yes, it will be 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. It's a handoff into that interior line.
Handoff goes to Blumel.
Three or four of the Panthers there to tackle Blumel, but not before he picks up another 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
24-yard line of the Panthers, or excuse me, of the Eagles. They're following the coach's plan. He told me they were going to try and run it through the interior of the line for the Eagles, and that's what they've been doing. That's brought up their biggest gains. Lamoureux back in the shotgun, spreading the field. But a handoff right up the middle, but looks like the Panthers stood him up maybe a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they place it.
Nice stop by the defense.
Good defensive play.
4th down and 1.
No gain. Stood him up right at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 1 for the Eagles. Bodie Blumel back to punt. Gets kind of a sideways punt away. 25, 30-yard punt picked up, returned. One person left, and that's Blumel himself.
Peterson with a nice run.
Nice run for Peterson for the Panthers, but Blumel, who kicked the ball, got about a 30-yard kick out of it, but the return was another 20 yards. So the net on the punt about 10 yards for the Eagles, maybe a little bit less. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Panthers on the Eagles' 30-yard line. 2:53 left in the first quarter. Johnson under center. Fakes the handoff. Rolling out. He had Wyatt out on the flat, but couldn't hit him. And it looks like we have a flag in the backfield. Wonder if it's going to be a holding, because one of the defenders was putting. It was holding. One of the defenders from the Eagles was going to put a little pressure on the quarterback as he was rolling out to throw that ball, and one of the offensive players for the Panthers went out and grabbed him. The ref in the backfield caught it, threw the flag. It's going to put a 5-yard from the line of, or from the point of the infraction. That will give the Panthers 1st down. They'll get 1st down over. Johnson out of the shotgun. Rolling out to his right, pitches out to Nate, who gets around the corner, going all the way, pushed out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Looks like Brendan Martin was got down there. If he would have got by Brendan, he would have made it all the way in. But 1st down for the Panthers after a long pickup. This is going to bring it down to 15, 14-yard line. I thought it was closer to the 11, but that's good. Just means the Panthers have that much further to go. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Johnson under center. 2 backs behind him. He hands it off to Nate once again, who goes off the right side of his offensive line and is gang tackled by several of the Lyman Eagles, including Ben Nieder. 7-0 on the scoreboard for these Panthers here in Cokeville. Little over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 2nd and 9 from the 14-yard line. As Johnson goes up under center again. 3 guys in the backfield. Hands off to Nate once again, this time off the right side of his line, his offensive line, and just maybe a yard. Maybe a yard.
3rd down and 7.
Yeah, they'll give him 3rd and 7. Defense for the Eagles is standing up pretty good. Turnover on downs last possession. Now they're forcing a 3rd and 7. Let's see if they can keep closing those holes. This time it's a fake handoff. He rolls out to his left and he finds number 85 in the end zone for Tristan Nate, the receiver. Number 85. I think a lot of the Eagles played on that fake, that he faked the handoff before he rolled out to his left, and Nate was all alone in the corner of the end zone. Tristan Nate with the touchdown. 13-0 with 1:15 left in first quarter. Here is the extra point attempt.
it up a notch from last year to this year in the passing game. Johnson, kick is up. That's straight up the air, but I think he got it.
If the distance, he barely got it. That went high in the air and almost didn't have enough distance, but it did. It fell behind the uprights, and that was a funny kick. Never seen one quite like that before. Makes the score 14-0 for the Panthers here in Cokeville on this Friday night. You're listening to Lyman Eagles football on mylocalradio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
The game. They've scored twice. 14-0 on the scoreboard, a minute 15 still in the first quarter. Braden Johnson with the kicking honors. Looks like Martin and Gines back to receive. It goes to Gines, who catches it in the air. Oh, and found a great block that freed him up, let him go around at the corner, and picked up about 20 yards on that return. Braden Johnson on the stop for the Panthers. It will bring up first and down for the Eagles from their 40-yard line. Some of the best field position that they have had to start a drive all game long for the Eagles. Out of the shotgun, Lamoureux turns around and hands it. Turns around and hands it to Blumel, and there were three of the Panthers in the backfield that actually knocked Lamoureux into Blumel before he could do the handoff, and all of them went down in a great big heap with a loss of about 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 12 from the Eagles' 38-yard line. That was definitely a busted play, as that right side of the defensive line was able to break through, and I want to say 3 of the Panthers were in the backfield, knocking both Lamoureux and Blumel back for a couple of yards. Lamoureux went over and talked to his coach, comes back with another play. Fakes the handoff to Lamoureux, turns and follows Lamoureux through a hole in the line, gets back to, well, a little more than the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and basically 10 for the Eagles. That was a fun little play. Faked his handoff to Blumel. Blumel hit that line like he was gonna hit it. And Lamoureux just turned a complete 360 and followed him through the line. So that brings us to the end of the first quarter with the score. The Panthers 14, the Eagles nothing. The end of the first quarter here in Cokeville. You're listening to Eagles football on mylocalradio.com.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cache Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events From speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what mylocalradio.com has for you.
That line as Lamoureux was scrambling a bit and knocked him back for about a 10-yard loss, so that's going to force another punt. Lamoureux back to punt, or excuse me, Blumel back to punt. This is a nice one. And it takes a really nice Lyman bounce for the Eagles. Hit the ground, probably went another 8 yards before coming to lie on the 28, 29-yard line of the Panthers. Making sure the chains are in the right spot. Ref is taking some notes. Now he's moving off as the Panthers break the huddle. 14-0 for the Panthers. Second quarter action from Cokeville, Wyoming, here on mylocalradio.com. Looks like a bubble screen. Peterson out with a reception and able to pick up about 8 yards. A little trickery. Nice little run for Anthony Peterson. Had 2 blockers out there for him. Johnson able to get him the ball. Followed those 2 blockers for that 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2 for the Panthers. This time Johnson, working out of the shotgun, has one back, standing right beside him. Takes the handoff and picks up a first down. Bentley Johnson, a quarterback keeper, ran off the right side of his offensive line and moved the chains. In fact, he picked up about 7 yards on that run, so he did more than move the chains. It will be first down and 10 from about the 45-yard line of the Panthers. Like to thank Rees Auto Service for helping us sponsor the game today. Doug Rees, they work on everything from generators to mowers to farm equipment to semis. Call them in Lyman, 747-6450. Out of the shotgun. Long count. And it's straight ahead. A quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he is going. It's going to go all the way. Right up the middle. There was a gigantic hole in the middle of that line, and I mean big. And nobody even touched him. He went right through the dead center of the line. There was not one Eagle that even came close to getting a hand on him. Totally untouched, right through the center of the whole entire field. They spread that out on the offensive line a little bit. They showed something they haven't showed earlier in the game as they spread it out, and as the Eagles spread themselves out to cover their man on defense, it opened up the center of that line for the touchdown. Touchdown went about 53 yards for the quarterback, Johnson. Guard Braden Johnson is their extra point kicker. Knocks that one through and brings the score to 21-0 with 9:50 left in the second quarter. It is the Panthers 21, the Eagles nothing. You're listening to Lyman Eagle football on mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
bring it to a 3-touchdown ball game and bring us to the 4th kickoff for the Panthers in this game. Getting ready for the kickoff. And this time Gines receives it, making a cut to the right side. Ball is fumbled. Let's see what the refs say. And they indicate that the Panthers picked up the... Yep. Wyatt Autry picked up the fumble after stripping it out of Gines' hand on the kickoff return, giving the ball right back to the Panthers. 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 44-43 yard line. He had a really good return going until he ran into the people that literally they attacked the ball more than they attacked him, and able to strip out the ball from Gines' hand and land on it, give it right back to the offense of the Panthers. Out of the shotgun. Handoff to Nate. Goes off the left side of the line, able to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. Right on the 40.
2nd and 7. Ball sitting right on the 40-yard line of the Eagles. 21-0 on the scoreboard for the Panthers. Just over 9 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Lyman football action on My Local Radio here on this Friday afternoon. Out of the shotgun is Carson. Back to pass. Looking for an open man, and it was caught. Number 10, Wyatt Autry, doing a little slant in route, and the ball hit him right on the numbers. Gain of 18 and bringing up a 1st down. Let's see where they're going to place this. It looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 17-18 yard line. 17 more yards will put him in for another touchdown unless the defense can stop him. Defense has been able to stop him before in this game, so we know it's possible. Another long pass right on the money. Who was that? Number 84, Hayden Hatch, back in the corner of the end zone. That is a 24-yard play for another touchdown for the Cokeville Panthers. 27-0 with 8:29 left. 2nd quarter action as they're lining up to attempt the extra point. Carson Bentley, their quarterback, is the holder, and their guard, Braden Johnson, is the kicker for these extra points. So far, he is perfect today, and that one goes through too. 28-0, 8:29 left in the 2nd quarter. You're listening to Lyman football action on mylocalradio.com, live from Cokeville, Wyoming.
City Drug carries a wide selection of durable medical equipment and other products that help make your life more comfortable. Some examples include wheelchairs, walkers, knee scooters, a variety of braces, crutches, safety handles for the bathroom or shower. Other products include compression stockings to help minimize leg and ankle pain caused by swelling, and Dr. Comfort footwear. When you're looking for items that can make your life a little better, visit the friendly staff at City Drug at the corner of 10th and Main Street in Evanston.
Once again, their guard, Braden Johnson. He's the starting left guard on their offensive line. Doing a pretty good job kicking for the Panthers today. Tells the ref he's ready. The ref tells him to go ahead. And there it goes. Oh, it hits Braden in the face mask. and he had to go back to pick up the ball. Runs it into the center of the field, and Wyatt Autry for the Panthers able to meet him there and bring him down. Looks like about the 19-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 8:22 left in the second quarter. Lamoureux working out of the shotgun. He has Blumel behind him. And it's a handoff to Blumel up the center. Ooh, they looked like they were about to strip that ball. He was lucky to hang on to that one. But he was able to after a gain of about 2 yards. Maybe 1. A long one. We'll give him 1.5, okay? Second down, 8.5 yards to go for a first down. Lamoureux went over, talked to his coach, brings the play back in, breaks the huddle. Looks like we have 2 wideouts going out, 1 wide left, 1 wide right. Out of the shotgun. And it is a handoff to Blumel, who hits the right side of his line, able to push it forward. A lot of effort from the whole entire line, pushing those Panthers back, maybe 4 or 5 yards. Bring up 3rd and 5.
Wyatt Autry, Anthony Peterson in on the tackle, among others.
Once again, thanks to Cassidy King for running our camera today. Young lady from here in Cokeville, helping us out with our broadcast. We appreciate it. Out of the shotgun, Lamoureux gives the signal, gets the hike once again just off of the left side of that offensive line. The line gets a good push, and then Blumel, who is a big boy himself, comes in behind and adds to the push. And it looks like another 4-yard pickup. It'll bring up about 4th and 1 for the Eagles. A couple of the Panthers going back as they anticipate the kick. And that looks like what it is. Blumel back to take the hike, setting up for the punt. Man in motion drew the Panthers offsides. Let's make sure that I'm saying this right. Dead ball foul. That is going to bring up a first down. That's going to move the chains. Mendel mistake. As one of the offensive linemen went into motion, it drew one of the defensive men offsides, and that moved the ball 5 yards. They only needed 1 yard to go for a first down, so it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Lamoureux in the shotgun again with Blumel behind him. This time the handoff to the fullback who wasn't able to go anywhere. Yeah, looks like they lost a yard. They might say it's back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they mark the ball. Right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll still be 2nd and 10. Looks like they need to put that fullback of theirs into the hole and keep handing it back to Blumel. Between the right side of that line and the fullback hitting the defense, they're able to contain the defense from hitting him in the backfield. Just like that again. Handoff to.
Nice stop by the defensive line.
Oh, that was Brendan Martin who got the handoff there. Went through a hole right in the center of the line to pick up 3. They'll give him 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, 3rd and a long 7. 4:58 left on the clock in the second quarter. The score is the Panthers 28, the Eagles 0. Lamoureux out of shotgun. Looks like Brandon is back behind him. Deep back, he'll get the ball in the handoff as they hit the center of the line. And the Panthers able to stop that rush with maybe a 1 yard gain, bringing up 4th down for the Eagles. And with 4th and 6, looks like the Eagles are set up to punt. We have a referee's timeout as we have an equipment malfunction down on the field. One of the Eagles tying his shoe, it looks like. So we'll give him some time to do that. Blumel will get back in the punter's position again. Bodie Blumel punting for the Panthers. Looks like back to receive Matthew Thompson. I can't see the number on the guy on the far side of the field, but two of the Panthers back to receive the punt. And they're going to keep it. A little sneaker. Sneaker around the end. Bodie Blumel, and he picks up almost 20 yards. He is way down to the 30-yard line. I guess that is one of the great things about having your running back be your punter. You can play a little bit trickery like that. He received it, faked the punt, took off running, went around the right side of his line, and 22 yards later, the Panthers were able to stop him, but not before 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Still almost 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Some of the trickery like they showed in that first game against Pinedale. Lyman Eagles showing with that punt. 1st and 10 picks up a couple. Peterson and Autry in on the tackle.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8.
Break the huddle and send 2 men wide to the left. 2 receivers. Blumel back in the backfield. And this time a fake handoff. The quarterback keeper, Lamoureux, tucks it in, runs off of the left side of his line, and picks up at least 5, maybe 6 yards. And it says first down. Maybe 8 yards he had to pick up there. So first down again for the Eagles as they have a nice little drive going, thanks to an offsides, which gave them a first down on 4th and 1. Then they had that trick punt, 4th and 6. Ended up picking about 26 yards up. Now it's 1st and 10 again, this from the Panthers' 30-yard line. Have a couple of receivers on the far side of the field. Blumel in the backfield behind Lamoureux, who gets the ball. Lamoureux up the middle, Blumel up the middle after the handoff. Looks like he's going to might be the line of scrimmage. I don't see that there's a lot of movement there for the chains. So still 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. Thanks to First Bank in Mountain View for helping us sponsor our game today. For all of your banking needs, serving individuals, farm and ranch business customers, it's First Bank in Mountain View. Quarterback back in the shotgun as they line up at scrimmage. 2 wide outs, and the handoff up the middle to the tailback. He'll pick up at least, well, barely, inches. It picks up inches. 3rd and 5 for the Eagles from the Panthers' 25-yard line. Once again, they're lighting up. They're putting 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Blumel in the backfield. Lamoureux takes the hike. Hands off to Blumel. Hits the center of the line, but breaks a couple of tackles. But as he breaks away, other of the Panthers just come up and hit him one after the other. We'll see if he picked up anything. Maybe a yard. They're going to give him a yard. And it's a timeout by the Eagles as they want to talk it over. 4th and 4, 4th and 3 with 51 seconds left in this first half action. You're listening to Lyman Eagles football on mylocalradio.com. Brought to you in part by Altitude Evanston, Chad's Automotive, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Signs, and by the Co-op, the advertising co-op at mylocalradio.com. As I said earlier in the broadcast, these Panthers have not allowed a touchdown in regular season. Their first 2 games of the season, regular season, were shutouts. And the game they played previous season against the Kemmerer Rangers, that would have been a shutout too, but they actually had some of their underclassmen, freshmen and sophomores in playing, and with 37 seconds left, Kemmerer was able to punch in the ball to put 6 points on the board. But other than that, no other team has scored even a score against these Panthers. Now, the Eagles are trying to do it. Going for it on 4th down. They hand it to Blue Mel, who goes off the right side of his line. Able to pick up a couple yards, but it's not going to be a first down. They only had about 50 seconds left in the half. Looks like Blue Mel getting up, trying to shake something off with his leg. Turns it over on downs. First down, Cokeville from their own 20-yard line with 44 seconds left on the clock. Score is 28-0. Cokeville Panthers dominating this first half. Coming out of the shotgun, Bentley Johnson, the quarterback. Low snap, he was able to pick it up. Getting some pressure from behind, and he's sacked. Brought down by number 5, Blue Mel, and number 55, Caden Giles, in on the sack as they drag down Bentley Johnson in the backfield. See how much they back him up. Holding on the offense. That's going to move the Panthers back even closer to their goal. That is a point of infraction foul. They'll measure the 5 yards off from the point of infraction. That gives them half the distance to the goal. It looks like they're going to be on about their 6-yard line. Maybe the 5-yard line. Panthers spread the field a little bit. They hand it to back. It goes right up the middle, trying to find that hole that was quickly stuffed up by several of the Lyman Eagles.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 20.
Looks like Rick Nate on the run there for the Panthers, picks up a couple. But it is 2nd and long, and I mean 2nd and 20, a little over 20 yards. 9 seconds left on the clock here in the first half, and they're just going to say, let the clock run out. 3, 2, at the end of the first half, we're looking at 28 points for the Panthers, 0 for the Lyman Eagles. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. We have a student in the classroom. In fact, one of our gentlemen that's been on the field, we've called his name a couple of times, Ben Niederer, is going to join us as we visit with him and find out a little bit more about that fine young man who is number 21, by the way, here on this football team. We talked with him earlier this weekend, so we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll come back and visit with Ben and come back and bring you second half action of what's going on here in Cokeville with the Lyman Eagles. Once again, Lyman Eagles nothing, the Cokeville Panthers 28.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
It's the model year-end clearance sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. They need to make room for the 2018, so the time to buy is now. Receive up to 20% off select models or up to $5,000 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with 2017s that they need to move. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Get down here before they're gone. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
And one of them went for a 53-yard run right up the middle. Didn't even get touched by any one of the Eagles on that run, and took it in for the third score for the Panthers in the first half. But some trickery going on. The Eagles have pulled a couple of trick plays that ended up giving them a pretty good drive. They've showed that they can stop these Panthers. They've also showed that they can drive against these Panthers. What they need to show is that they can put the football in the end zone against these Panthers. And that's what we're hoping for here in the second half. Well, right now, we have an interview. We met up with Ben Nieder earlier this week, and I talked with him a little bit about what's on his mind and what are his aspirations as we move ahead. Here is our feature called Student in the Classroom. Our Student in the Classroom feature for this week, we are visiting with Ben Nieder, a senior at Lyman High School. Nieder, that is an interesting name, Ben.
Yeah, it is.
It's spelled like Nieder, but you don't pronounce the second
Yeah, it's like Kimmer, but we don't say the extra ER. It's just Nieder.
All right, Ben. Hey, thanks for joining us today here on Student in the Classroom. Tell us a little bit about some of the favorite things that you have going on at Lyman High School.
So right now, I love sports, and I'm currently playing football, and it's going okay. We're trying to get some things figured out on offense and defense, so hopefully we can be successful the rest of this year.
Well, looking forward, you have a pretty good schedule ahead of you.
It's very challenging. We've got Cokeville this week, and then along with Level next week, so we've got every team this year is really good, so we've got to rise to the occasion.
It seems to me you need a little bit more speed on your team.
Yes, we're very slow. We're not the fastest team in the state. It will be hard no one's really very fast on our team, so that's a challenge that we have to face and deal with.
Yeah, but I've known good, hard, physical teams that aren't very fast, that just grind it out right on the ground and right through the middle, and that's something that you guys are pretty good at.
Yeah, that's what our coaches have preached to us. Many of us have been in the weight room this summer, and we're kind of a run, grind it team.
A lot of physical power up front and right into the middle and off guard and off tackle.
Yep, if we can go right up the middle, that's where we try to go. The outside is a little harder because we're not as fast, but we do have some fast kids like Bodie Blumel and Brendan Martin. They've got some good speed.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your life in the classroom. What are some of your favorite subjects outside of sports?
So I like math and science, and I'm currently in a college math from Utah State, and it's pretty challenging, but I have an amazing teacher, and she helps me a lot. I'm not the smartest, but I work hard, so I can accomplish that class.
Now, don't put yourself down. I'm sure if you're in a college course and you're a senior in high school, you got to have some brains.
Yeah, I reflect it upon my teacher. She helps me a ton. I'm always in there bugging her in the mornings, but she helps me a lot.
Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Cook.
What is in your future? Once you graduate from Lyman High School, what do you see yourself doing?
So I plan to leave right after I get out of high school. I'm going to serve an LDS mission for 2 years, and then I'm going to return back home and attend the University of Wyoming and go into medical school there.
They have good pre-med in Wyoming.
Yeah, they do. They have a really good program there called the WWAMI, so that's what I plan on doing.
All right. Well, you're on the football field now. We talked about that. Basketball coming up. Of the two sports, which is your favorite?
So ever since I was a little kid, I've always had a love for basketball, so that's my main love.
What is your position?
I play point guard.
Oh, very good. You run the whole show. You got to have speed to do that.
Yeah, I'm not the fastest, but I can still get around quickly.
See the court and know the plays. That's a very important position in basketball.
Yeah, it is. It helps when the basketball court's so much smaller than the football field. So
that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Visiting with Ben Nieder. He is our student in the classroom from Lyman High School. Ben, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Very active young man, Ben Nieder, our student in the classroom for you here on our broadcast. We are in Cokeville, Wyoming. The Lyman Eagles, it's halftime, and it is the Panthers 28, the Eagles 0, as once again the Panthers holding their opponents out of the end zone for their third regular season game of the year. They have not allowed a touchdown in any of their regular season games so far for the Panthers. Hopefully the Eagles can change that in the second half of our game here in Cokeville. Looks like the rain has stopped. The clouds are breaking up. It gets more and more blue skies as the game goes on. And it looks like we, knock on wood, will be able to get through the game without too much or any rain falling on the field. Field seems to be in good conditions. The players not having any trouble with slippage or any of that stuff so far in the first half. So just a fun game to watch. Just wish the Lyman Eagles could put a few more scores on the board. Once again, we'd like to thank Achieve Sports Medicine physical therapist Randy Christofferson. His office located at 109 South Main in Lyman. He's helping all of the teams from the Bridger Valley make sure that they can stay in the game. His motto is no excuses, just results at Achieve Sports Medicine. That's on Main Street in Lyman. Randy Christofferson. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. We have, looks like about 5.5 minutes left in halftime. We'll take another break. We'll be back for the start of the second half in just a few minutes right here on mylocalradio.com.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Your vehicle represents one of the major investments you'll make in your lifetime. If you have an accident, large or small, take care of your investment with a professional team that understands the value of your vehicle. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston has been repairing and restoring vehicles to just like new condition for over 7 years. Don't trust your investment to just anyone. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate.
For generations, gun ownership has been an important part of our heritage. At the Gun Room in Evanston, you'll find a large selection of quality firearms. Everything from personal protection handguns to hunting rifles and shotguns. With a wide selection of hunting gear, ammo, optics, and apparel, we have what you need. Ask about our 90-day layaway program. And remember, success on the range and in the field starts at the Gun Room. Call today, 307-789
What lives in your ductwork? Creepy, crawly spiders, rodents, old pet hair and dander, dust. It's a fact. Whatever's lingering in your ductwork is the same thing you're breathing in the air.
I've got great news. The professionals at Landmark Plumbing and Heating have all the equipment needed to clean out the ductwork in your house. This is Lane Bowen, owner of Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Let us help you breathe easier by cleaning out your ductwork. Call us today to schedule an appointment. 789-8793.
No more need to head out of town to find that perfect vehicle. Stop into Altitude Evanston. Why Altitude? Because we're elevating the car buying experience to a whole new level. Nate Hamilton here. I'd like to invite you to come down to the old Evanston Motor location, where you will find new owners and a car buying experience without the hassle and games. We'll make your car buying experience unique and help you find the vehicle that best fits your needs. We offer award-winning new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram vehicles and a large selection of pre-owned vehicles too. Give us a chance. Stop in today at 100 Wasatch Road, Evanston.
For the Eagles as they come back out on the field. You can see them there across the way and getting ready to do some warm-ups before the start of the second half. Some of their players out stretching their legs. Here in Cokeville, it is a beautiful little campus, a beautiful little town, Cokeville, Wyoming. I was talking with the principal, Mr. Toomer up here, and he said that they have about 83 or 85 people in their 9th through 12th grade here at the Cokeville High School. So just a few of them, and I heard also that of all of those, they have 32 of their students in the high school wearing uniforms on the sidelines today. 85 total students in the school, 32 of them wearing uniforms today. That's pretty much half the school. They take their football very seriously here in Cokeville, and it's showing up well for them this year and has in the past. I don't know how many state championships they've had over the years, but I want to say 22, but I might be mixing that up with their volleyball team, because their volleyball team is equally successful. And their wrestling program over the years, this little teeny town, this little teeny high school, has actually been nationally ranked in high schools for wrestling. That was several years ago, but still. A high school with 80, 85 students in it and having a national ranking when you think about some of the big city schools that have 3,500 students in them, and they can still turn out a team in wrestling that will put them in that kind of ranking. So a very nice little place here in Cokeville, Wyoming, but that doesn't mean we don't want to beat them. We'd love to see our Eagles come screaming back in this second half. Looks like the Cokeville Panthers are running back out onto the field. Cheerleaders and some of their fans welcoming them back. The refs are taking the field. We're getting ready for second half action here in Cokeville. Cokeville Panthers hosting the Lyman Eagles. Some quick warm-ups for the Panthers, if you can call that a warm-up. It stretches the muscles. They added more time to this halftime, another 2.5 minutes. The clock was down to about 30 seconds. Now it's 2.5 minutes left in halftime here in Cokeville. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up for this weekend. Of course, the Eagle football team is playing here in Cokeville. In the meantime, the ladies volleyball team has headed up to Star Valley, where they have a match against Star Valley tonight, and then they will play in that tournament in Star Valley for tomorrow. They will stay up there and take advantage of all that. Next week, In volleyball, Lyman will be at Kemmerer on Thursday night, while Lyman football team travels all the way across the state to take on the Lovell Bulldogs, the same team that you'll see at Mountain View, as Mountain View is playing host to the Bulldogs tonight in their homecoming. But Lyman Eagles will travel up to Lovell next week on Friday for a 7 p.m. kickoff, and we are going to try and take our cameras along with them and be able to show you that show as it happens and unfolds up in Lovell next Friday night. Then the following week, we are going to be covering some Mountain View action. On Thursday, Mountain View Lady Volleyball is at the Kemmerer Rangers, the same team that they beat last night in 3 sets. That will be on September 28th, a Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. Then football will have Mountain View on the 29th, traveling to Pinedale for a 7 p.m. kickoff. So that's some of the action that is coming up here on mylocalradio.com as we follow the Bridger Valley sports throughout the season. And we want to thank again Altitude Evanston of Evanston, Chad's Automotive of Evanston, Wyoming Dental Specialties of Evanston, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet of Evanston, West Star Printing, Rocky Mountain Signs of Evanston, and My Local Radio, the advertising co-op serving all of southeastern Idaho, northeastern Utah, and western Wyoming with some of the best advertising deals that you'll ever find. They're ready in the kickoff. Caden Giles does the honors. It is received right up the middle. Number 76, Seth Toomer on the return. I want to say it was a 15-yard return, takes it back up to the 30-yard line. So the Panthers will take the ball 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line as we start off this second half action here in Cokeville this afternoon. Couldn't be nicer weather. Temperatures just right, keeping the kids cool, down running around on the field. Not wet, the ball is not slick. It's just good football weather this Friday afternoon. Tackled in the backfield, number 67. 67. I guess I didn't get that number right. No, there's 67. But I don't have 67 listed on my roster. Anyway, one of the linebackers for the Lyman Eagles met that runner in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. So it's 2nd and 12. Second play of the second half. Up under center, he takes the ball, rolls out to pass, and gets it knocked away. Blumel there, Bodie Blumel in the backfield, caught that quarterback's arm as it was moving forward. There was some forward motion, so it was not a fumble. But stopped that play cold.
3rd down and 11.
3rd down and 11 now. From their old 29-yard line. Panthers come out of the huddle. Up under center, Johnson. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right, a pass, and just overthrew his intended receiver, Wyatt Autry. Wyatt Autry, he was past all of the defenders, but the ball was past him. So incomplete pass will bring up 4th and 11. From the 28, 29-yard line of the Panthers. Looks like they're sending their punter back to punt. Bowen Larson, the punter, normally plays tackle on the offensive line. And it's blocked. Blumel goes in and blocks it, picks up the block and takes it in for a touchdown.
Blumel gets a block, and he's in for 6. Touchdown, Eagles.
Came around the right end. If you're playing from a defensive standpoint, he was lined up on the right side, came around the right end, got back in on the punter, and Bowen Larson could not get the punt away. It was blocked. He picked it up in stride and carried it in 29 yards for the touchdown for the Eagles. Lining up for the extra point Looks like they're going for two. Are the Eagles? Have Blumel back behind Lamoureux. And he hands it to Blumel, who goes off of the left side of the line, tries to punch it through, and they're waving it off. The Lyman Eagles not able to score those 2 points, so our score with 10:52 left in the third quarter is the Cokeville Panthers 28, the Lyman Eagles 6. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Football on mylocalradio.com.
With over 25 years of experience, it's not uncommon for Chad to be able to diagnose your vehicle's problems right away, sometimes by just listening to your engine run. If there were such a thing, Chad might even be considered the engine whisperer. Actually, the mechanics at Chad's Automotive in Evanston are just dang good mechanics. You're always treated fairly and honestly, handling everything from vehicle maintenance to major repair. Chad's Automotive in Evanston, 789-8263. Call today, 789-8263.
Peterson back to receive for the Panthers. Peterson catches it in stride, has a good wedge in front of him, some excellent special teams play on the side of the Panthers. Able to bring it out. That will bring 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line of the Panthers. So Panthers will take over. Johnson is going to line up under center, has a power eye. Anthony Peterson at fullback, Jacob Harmon at the power fullback. And it's handoff to the tailback, that's Nate, who takes it off the right side of his offensive line, able to pick up approximately 7 yards.
Picks up 7 yards on the play. Tackle by Martin.
Second and 3 for the Panthers. 10:23 left in the third quarter here in Cokeville today. Once again, power eye, Peterson under center, or excuse me, Carson and Johnson under center. Hand off to Nate. Almost the exact same play that they ran the last time when they picked up 7 yards. This time they pick up the 4 yards and move the chains for a first down. So that puts the ball on about the 48-yard line of the Panthers. Gives them a 1st and 10. Power eye once again. Johnson under center, hands off to Nate once again. Third time in a row they've run pretty much that same play. And every time they're picking up some good yardage. 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4 for the Panthers. They're across onto the Eagles side of the field now, on about the 46-yard line of the Eagles. Break huddle. Have a different look. This is the T. Quarterback under center. He's going to keep it, go around his end and pitch out. It's fumbled. Who got it? That ball went on the ground. That was a lateral that didn't connect up with number 25, Lachlan Tyshirt, and it went down to the ground. It looks like Tyshirt was able to fall on it, because now they're saying it's 3rd down and about 3. 3rd down and 3. Ball set on the far hash mark. Ball on the Eagles' 44-yard line. Another keeper, another pitch out. And this time it stopped in the backfield for a loss of at least 2 yards. Number 32, Hunter Gines on the stop. Beautiful open field tackle. Read very well by the Lyman defense. Going to be 4th down and 4. 8:12 left on the third quarter clock. Quarterback under center. This time he's rolling the pass, looking downfield, tucks it in, takes the ball himself, breaks a couple of tackles, able to pick up. That is going to be close. I think there's a first down there. I think he picked it up. Yep, first down for the Panthers. Picked up about 6 yards on that run, that keeper. Was looking to pass, couldn't find anybody. He tucked it in, broke a couple of the tackles by the Eagles, and moved the chains with a first down, 1st and 10. Handoff back to his tailback, who was caught right at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards. Anthony Peterson carrying the ball. Didn't make, maybe a foot. Bringing up 2nd down for the Panthers.
Scouted the Cokeville dive plays, and they've pretty much shut them down. It's been the passing game.
Come out of huddle, and they decide to spread the field. 1 wide right, 3 to the right left. This is going to be one of those. It is the same play. We saw that in the first half, and went for a big play for the Lyman Panthers, the Cokeville Panthers. But this time the Lyman Eagles read that. They knew exactly what was coming. And the defense hit him in the backfield, loss of maybe 3, almost 4 yards for the Panthers. We'll say it's 3rd and along 14, along 13. Third down, lining up in the shotgun this time. Has Nate right beside him. Carson does, the quarterback. It goes to Carson. He's looking to pass. Wide open across the middle. That is Peterson with the reception.
Pass complete to Peterson.
It looks like it's going to be a first down. Let's wait for our indications. I do that too often. Say first down, and then I look back. Nope, there's a flag on the field. I'm glad I waited for the indication. Flag all the way back into the backfield. Holding offense. We'll replay the 3rd down. That long reception pass is 4-0 for the Cokeville Panthers. It'll be moving them back 10 yards, so it was 3rd and 14, 3rd and along 13. Now it's 3rd and along 23 for the Panthers. I think we're going to see another pass play. Looks like Nate is lined up right beside his quarterback, Carson, who gets the hike and gets caught in the backfield, dragged down for another 4-yard loss. Who was that all the way back in there? Number 12 for the, Hagen. No, that is their quarterback. I didn't see who the Eagle was that hit him first. There were 2 or 3 of them in the backfield. Brought him down for a 4-yard loss. That's going to, 10, 20, 30, or about 27 yards from a first down, and they're going to punt. And it was high. The punt was high. Did you see that? The punt was high. The punter couldn't handle it. By the time he got the ball under control, one of the defenders in the backfield, that would have been Bodie Blumel in the backfield, wrapped him up and took him down. And that will be first down for the Eagles on the Panthers' 26-yard line. Excellent special teams play by the Eagles on that punt. That's going to put Lamoureux in the backfield, ready to receive. And a handoff straight ahead to Blumel. I mean straight up the middle. Trying to move that interior line, and they are backed up pretty hard by that defensive line. We'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like they're going to give him about 2 yards. A little power surge in the center of the line for the Eagles, picking up 2 yards for Blumel. looking at just inside the 25-yard line of the Panthers. That's where the Eagles have possession of the ball. The hike goes back to Lamoureux. Broken play. Some of the Panthers got into the backfield and broke the play up, but he was able to scramble and get forward back to the line of scrimmage. Good defense there by the Panthers to break up that play. That was all Lamoureux could do, was to tuck it and try and find a way. 3rd and 8. Eagles have the ball on the Panthers' 24-yard line. Going to take it from the shotgun this time. A split wide right, one left, and he's going to pass. A little hook route. Number 21. That was Ben Nieder with the reception. He ran out about 5-6 yards, turned right back towards his quarterback, and the ball hit him right in the numbers. So they're going to give him a first down on the 15-yard line. Picked up more yardage than I noticed. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Eagles are moving the ball. Lamoureux out of the shotgun. 2 wide to the far side of the field. Lamoureux. The hike was a little bit high. He was able to control it. Ran around the right side of his offensive line. And picked up 2 more yards. 2nd and 8 with 13 yards to go to a touchdown. 8 yards to go to a first down for the Lyman Eagles. 3:09 left in 3rd quarter action here in Cokeville. Score is 28-6 in favor of the Panthers. Lyman has the ball. Trying to figure out where they're supposed to be, and looks like Coach Anderson calls a timeout for the Eagles. They had a little confusion with where they were supposed to be lined up. So we're going to take a break too. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Football on mylocalradio.com.
It's the model year-end clearance sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. They need to make room for the 2018, so the time to buy is now. Receive up to 20% off select models or up to $5,000 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with 2017s that they need to move. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Get down here before they're gone. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Back to the action here in Cokeville. The Lyman Eagles are trailing by a score of 6-28 behind the Cokeville Panthers. Lyman has the ball there.
It's the model year-end clearance sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. They need to make room for the 2018, so the time to buy is now. Receive up to 20% off select models or up to $5,000.
Blue Mel carrying the ball, but that flag came off from a line judge. This would be where they would call offsides, and that's what they're calling against the Eagles. So that's going to push them back 5 yards and negate any of the yardage. That'll back them up. Instead of 2nd and 8, it's now 2nd and 13 for the Eagles. Pushing them 18 yards away from the end zone. They get their play. Out of the shotgun, Lamoureux ready to receive the ball. And it's a handoff. Blumel again. Same side. They caught him just as he passed the line of scrimmage. He was able to move one of them, but quickly gang tackled by several of the Panthers on the far side of the field. Able to move maybe a yard. 3rd down now. They're saying 13. I was saying 13 last time. Two wideouts, the near side of the field. Lamoureux looking at them, and he's looking to pass, and it's blocked. That was knocked down by one of the linebackers, number 54 for the Braden Johnson. Got his hand up and knocked that pass down before it even got out of the backfield. So 4th and 13 now for the Eagles. I don't know if they have a field goal kicking special teams. Doesn't look like it. They're gonna try and make this 4th and 13. Wide out each side. They hand it right back to Bodie Blumel, who makes it up the middle. Looks like he's going to pick up maybe 5 yards, 4 yards, but that will turn the ball over on downs. It's going to be first down for the Panthers from their 13-yard line. Minute 33 left on the clock here in the third quarter. The score 28-6, with the Panthers leading the Eagles. Panthers 1st and 10. Quarterback under center, hands off to his tailback. That is Nate with the carry. Picks up 4 or 5 yards. Takes it off the left side of his line, hits a little bit of a hole there. And Rick Nate, the tailback, number 44. Just a good lot of strength there to carry him forward those 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the T formation, Johnson under center, and it's quarterback sneak. Quarterback sneak. They're pushing it forward. I think this is going to go for a first down, but it's very, very close. Quarterback sneak. They're saying it was a fumble, but it looks like a first down for the Panthers. They're moving the chains. I didn't see any indication of a fumble. Some people said there was a fumble. If they did, the Panthers received it, but he might have been down before the fumble happened too. Nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cokeville Panthers from their 24-yard line. This is line judge saying we got some offsides or encroachment. They're indicating it's going to be against Lyman. 5-yard penalty against Lyman, still first down. 1st and 5 for the Panthers. This time it'll be from the 29-yard line of the Panthers. 22 seconds left in this quarter. This could easily be the final play of the third quarter. Johnson under center, power I formation. Flips it back to Nate, who makes it around the right side of his line. It will be very close to a first down. I'm not exactly... I'm not sure. They're indicating first down. Nice little end-around run for Rick Nate, tailback for the Panthers to move the chains again. And that brings up the end of the third quarter. The score, the Panthers 28, the Eagles 6. You're listening to Lyman High School football live from Cokeville, Wyoming, here on mylocalradio.com.
Your vehicle represents one of the major investments you'll make in your lifetime. If you have an accident, large or small, take care of your investment with a professional team that understands the value of your vehicle. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston has been repairing and restoring vehicles to just like new condition for over 7 years. Don't trust your investment to just anyone. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
Quarter live here in Cokeville. See the Lyman Eagles out there breaking the huddle and getting ready to move to the other end of the field where Cokeville will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 34, almost 35-yard line. Seen some good play on both sides of the ball. Lyman has proved that they can move the ball against these Cokeville Panthers. Also proved that they can stop them on occasion, too. Under center to his fullback. First man through, right through the center of the line, picks up 5. 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5 for the Panthers from their 39-yard line. Looks like he might change the play, power I. See which one he hands to. Hands off to his fullback.
Handoff goes to Ammon Tiger. Flag on the play.
Tigert was the ball carrier, and there's a flag down on the field. Pushing it back against the Eagles. They called a face mask, inadvertent face mask on that tackle. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty for the Eagles, which means another first down for the Panthers. 11:17 left in the game. From the shotgun, Bentley Johnson gets passes it back. It's on the ground. It looks like it could be a Lyman Eagles ball. We'll wait for the indication. It is. Yes. Fumble on the play as they lateraled the ball. The person trying to catch it missed it. It hit the ground, and Lyman was there. 3 or 4 of the Lyman players there to fall on the ball. And that will bring up a first down for the Eagles. This will be from the Panthers' 42-yard line. 42 yards for another goal. 11:01 left on the clock for the game tonight here in Cokeville. Score is 28-6 in favor of the Cokeville Panthers. Would like to thank Rees Auto Service for helping us bring you this game out of Lyman. You can call them at 747-6450. If it has a motor, they can work on it. Generators, they can work on them. Semis, they'll help you out. And Lamoureux gets the snap and gets hit hard in the backfield. Wow, how he held on to that ball. That is amazing. Bentley Johnson comes in and really rings his bell a little bit. He holds on to the ball, but it knocks him back. Maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Eagles from the Cokeville 43-yard line, 43-yard line. In the shotgun, hands off to Blumel, who gets around at the right end of his offensive line. Picks up 6 yards, maybe 7 yards. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to put it down inside of the 35-yard line. Looks like 3rd and 4, so maybe a 7-yard pickup for Blumel on that end around. Lamoureux over talking to coach on the sidelines or close to the sidelines. He gets the play, comes back to the huddle. Coming out of the shotgun this time. And off to the power forward. That goes to Van Giesen. Nothing there. He might have picked up a yard, but they knocked him back after he hit into that interior line.
Bring up 4th down and 1 for the Eagles.
Short of the first down, 4th and 1. They've got to get to the 30 for a first down.
Showing 4th and 1 on the scoreboard. 9:04 left in the 4th quarter. They're going to take it out of the shotgun. Back to Blumel. who gets hit in the backfield. Anthony Peterson gets through that offensive line, hits him two yards deep in the backfield, and not able to elude that tackle. He goes down. That will turn the ball over on downs. The Cokeville Panthers will take over 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line with 8:51 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Score is the Panthers 28, the Eagles 6. Spreading it out a little bit this time. Taking the ball from the shotgun, quarterback Bentley Johnson. Back to pass. And missed the pattern. Kind of a wobbly pass, but the guy that was out there to receive it was Lachlan Teichert, I think. And he kind of stumbled when he was trying to run his route, and that threw the timing of the route off and brings up 2nd and 10. Under center. It's a handoff to his tight end, Rick Nate, number 44. Maybe picked up a couple of yards. Brandon Martin on the tackle for the Eagles. 2-yard gain, 3rd and 8 for the Panthers. As it looks like Johnson is lining up under center again. Keeps the ball, fakes the handoff, looking for the pass, going downfield where he has an open receiver. It is caught, and it is going to the house. Amazing. Hayden Hatch, downfield wide open. Johnson actually had his pick of a couple of receivers that got way back behind the defenders. It just so happened that he picked Hatch, who ran right underneath the pass and just took it in stride, and there was no way that any one of the Eagles were going to catch him as he just took it the rest of the way to the house. So what was that, a 40, 50, 63-yard pass play for touchdown number 5 for the Cokeville Panthers. Extra point attempt. Braden Johnson, the kicker. Perfect on the day, 5 of 5 for Braden Johnson, making the score 35-6 in favor of the Panthers with 7:58 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Football on mylocalradio.com.
With over 25 years of experience, it's not uncommon for Chad to be able to diagnose your vehicle's problems right away, sometimes by just listening to your engine run. If there were such a thing, Chad might even be considered the engine whisperer. Actually, the mechanics at Chad's Automotive in Evanston are just dang good mechanics. You're always treated fairly and honestly, handling everything from vehicle maintenance to major repair. Chad's Automotive in Evanston, 789-8263. Call today, 789-8263.
Again, a 63-yard pass play. Hayden Hatch back behind any of the defenders. Caught the ball in stride, put it into the end zone. 35-6 brings us to this kickoff, which is picked up by Brendan Martin. A return, trying to find his way around the end. Gets about a 13-yard return. Tristan Nate on the tackle on the far side of the field. 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their own 27-yard line, 28-yard line. Looks like Cokeville is subbing some. One of the safeties. A screen over the middle. That was tipped. Kind of a funny play. The play was supposed to go over the middle in a screen. It was tipped by one of the Panthers, and it just kind of rolled into the receiver's hands. And Ben Nieder gained 5 yards on what very nearly was a broken play. Now the refs are talking about what's going on. I don't see a flag, but the referees are definitely conversing over something, and while they're doing it, a lot of the starters are coming out of the game for the Cokeville Panthers. They're putting in some of their underclassmen, as there's only 7 minutes, 7:42 left in the game. You can see those substitutions coming in and off the field while we look at the refs trying to make a decision on what they're doing. They're saying second down. Second down and 5. Eagles football. 7:35 left on the clock. 2 wide to the right side, out of the shotgun, and a handoff straight away to Blumel up through the right side of his offensive line, and he was able to push that forward for a 7-yard gain and a first down.
Blumel, the ball carrier.
Yep, indicates first down. That'll put the ball on the 41-yard line of the Eagles, where they have the ball first and 10 with 7:15 left in the game. 35-6 on the scoreboard in favor of the Panthers. Out of the shotgun, Lamoureux gets the ball, fakes to Blumel, and tries for the end around. Flags come out, and he picks up about 8 yards on the play before the Panthers can catch up to him and drag him down on a quarterback keeper for Lamoureux. But there are flags in the backfield. In fact, 2 flags went down. Let's see what we're going to get indicated. Now I see 3 flags on the play.
Eagles are backing up. I saw the hold. It was right here in front of us.
Holding against the Eagles. That's what but there was another flag way back in, another flag at midfield that one of the line judges picked up. I guess they, well, it's going to back it up 10 yards. That's all there is to it. So it's going to be first down now and about 22 yards. First down and 20. First and 20, the Eagles. On the offense. Oh, the snap busted up. Bad snap. Fumble between the center and the quarterback. Lamoureux just fell on it. That's all he could do. That'll lose another couple of yards and take up a down for the Eagles. 6:20 left on the clock. 35-6 in favor of the Panthers. The score here at this point. The Eagles have the ball second and 22 yards. A mile to go. 2 wideouts to the right. Bad snap again. Lamoureux was able to get it. He turns around and gives it to Blumel, who takes it around the left side of the line and able to pick up maybe 3-4 yards. 2 bad snaps in a row. Scoreboard saying 3rd and 16 to go for the Eagles for a first down. They're on their own 34-yard line. Lamoureux got his play from Coach Anderson. Told the rest of the team, now we have 2 wideouts to the right. Out of the shotgun. Looking to pass. And it's intercepted. Intercepted. Number 65 for the Panthers. Devin Moody. Devin Moody with the interception.
Great play by Devin.
Right in front of the press box here. Kind of a one-hand grab, and then he wrapped his arms around it. The intended receiver grabbed him by the ankle, and he tripped him out of bounds, but that will turn the ball over to the Panthers. They will be in the Eagles' territory, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of the Eagles, with just over 5 minutes left to play in the game.
Matt Thomas in at quarterback.
Matt Thomas taking over the quarterbacking duties from under center. He keeps the ball, tries to make it around the end of the line, but the outside linebacker, number 21, Ben Nieder, with the tackle, with a loss of about a yard. The defensive side of that line just stood up the offensive side of the line, and as the quarterback tried to go around at the end, Nieder came around the end and stuffed him in the backfield.
Nate Barnes in at quarterback.
Another quarterback, Nate Barnes, take over with this down. That is a handoff off the left side of the line. They have
Handoff goes to
Ammon Teichert carrying the ball, and it looks like it's going to move it. Maybe a yard pickup on that one. Timeout, Lyman. 4:15 left in the game. The score is 35-6 in favor of the Panthers. You're listening to Lyman Eagles football on mylocalradio.com.
City Drug carries a wide selection of durable medical equipment and other products that help make your life more comfortable. Some examples include wheelchairs, walkers, knee scooters, a variety of braces, crutches, safety handles for the bathroom or shower. Other products include compression stockings to help minimize leg and ankle pain caused by swelling, and Dr. Comfort footwear. When you're looking for items that can make your life a little better, visit the friendly staff at City Drug at the corner of 10th and Main Street in Evanston.
Makes the pass. He's got a player. Oh, just out of range of his wide receiver, Hayden Hatch, who got behind that defense. He was the one that caught the reception when they made the 63-yard touchdown play. He got behind that backfield again, the defensive backfield for the Eagles, but this time the pass was just a little bit off. He couldn't extend his hands out to get it. So that will bring up 4th down and a long 9 for the Panthers from the Eagles' 43-yard line. Gonna punt it away. Number 68, Bowen Larson with the punt, and it's fumbled. It is fumbled. Brendan Martin tried to field it. He couldn't control it. I think they are indicating that Lyman got it back, but we'll wait for the official. Yep. Lyman will take over the ball. Boy, they avoided a scary situation there. Able to recover that. They will start 1st and 10 from their 6-yard line, maybe. They're inside the 10-yard line. I can't really see the markers that far down the field. Looks like the 6-yard line. Another timeout for Lyman. We have 3:57 left on the clock in the 4th quarter. The score is 35-6 for the Cokeville Panthers here in Cokeville this evening, as you're listening to Lyman football on mylocalradio.com. Thanks to Benedict's Market and True Value in Mountain View for their help in bringing us this broadcast this afternoon. They've been serving friends and neighbors in the Bridger Valley since 1938 and supporting the Bridger Valley students and their success for generations. Benedict's Market and True Value. Defense for the Panthers on the field. Coach Anderson taking the time to do some coaching here. Using this timeout to, looks like he's replacing some people too. Couple of newcomers coming in. Number 70 I see is coming in. I don't have him on my roster. Looks like he's going to be playing right guard position. Couple of substitutions. And the handoff goes right up the middle.
Bradshaw hands off to Martin.
Martin, the ball carrier. Brendan Martin. And that was Braston Bradshaw under center as quarterback. Another one of those substitutions for the Eagles. Trying to see some of the other substitutions. I see Ryan Christofferson is in there on the line. Handoff once again right into the interior of the line. Goes Martin once again. Last couple of plays, they've picked up maybe 3 yards. It's 3rd and 7 for the Eagles from their own roughly 10-yard line. Yeah, it looks like the nose of the ball is right on the 10-yard line. Quarterback out of the shotgun. Turns and hands it to the linebackers, not linebacker, to the back that was lined up right beside him. That was number 11, Martin again. Hits the interior of the line, picks up another couple of yards. 4th and 5 for the Eagles. That's from their own 13-yard line. More substitutions for the Eagles. As Blumell comes back in. Quarterback Lamoureux is back in. And they're going to punt it away. Hits number 20. They can recover this. This is a live ball. This is going to go to the Eagles as Hunter Gines falls on the botched reception on the punt. Well, if you can't make it on the ground, you can always make it up by recovering a fumble off of the punt. As they go, the Eagles 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in this ball game here in Cokeville tonight. Substitute Braston Bradshaw was back at quarterback. He fumbled at the ball on the hike, able to fall on it, but he ended up losing about 3 yards, bringing up 2nd and 13. 35-6 on the scoreboard in favor of the Cokeville Panthers. Number 8, Braston Bradshaw in at quarterback again, turns and hands it to Martin, who's able to push it forward maybe 4 yards, 3 to 4 yards. We'll say 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. Minute 16 left in the game. 35-6 on the scoreboard. Cokeville Panthers continuing very, very strong play in this, their 3rd regular season game, 4th game actually. Bradshaw back at quarterback in the shotgun, looking to pass, and overthrows his receiver, which was Richard Brewer. He was out in that receiver position, and the ball just thrown a little bit over his head, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Eagles. Blumell black to punt once again. Standing back on his 26-yard line. 2 of the Panthers back to receive. Kick is away, a beautiful kick, and caught in mid-stride. Number 25 picks up that. That's Lachlan Teichert. He was able to pick that up, run it for maybe 15 yards after he caught the punt, and gets down just beyond the 50-yard line. So the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 just inside of the Eagles' side of the field. Number 54 comes in as quarterback. Braden Johnson. No, Matt Thompson was the quarterback. Throws it out, goes around the left side of the line, and goes for 38 yards. Who carried that? Who had that carry? Ammon Tigert. 40. See where they spotted that. 38-yard run. This is a backup crew for the Panthers that is on the field here. 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line with 14 seconds left in the game. Thomas is up under center. Looks at the clock on the scoreboard, takes a knee. And that's going to run out the time here in Cokeville, where Cokeville has come away with another gigantic win. Their 3rd on the regular season, their 4th win overall. They have allowed 2 touchdowns this whole entire season. Have the Cokeville Panthers. One of those came in this game for the Lyman Eagles. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back and tell you what we're going to be what's going ahead for mylocalradio.com as we follow the Bridger Valley sports throughout this season. And we'll talk a little bit about what's coming up tomorrow and maybe next week for these Lyman Eagles. And we'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Football on mylocalradio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
It's the model year-end clearance sale going on now at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. They need to make room for the 2018, so the time to buy is now. Receive up to 20% off select models for up to $5,000 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with 2017s that they need to move. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Get down here before they're gone. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cache Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
back at Cokeville. It looks like it's starting to rain a little bit, and our camera is out in the weather, so we're going to wrap things up really quickly here. We want to thank First Bank of Mountain View to help us bring this broadcast. They have 8 other locations to serve you in Wyoming and Utah, but they serve the people of Bridger Valley from Mountain View. It's First Bank. So, as we wrap up our broadcast today from Cokeville, I'd like to thank Cassidy King once again for running our camera today, and I want to thank Brian Toomer, who is the Activities Director and Principal here at Cokeville High School, for graciously allowing us to make some room for us so that we could bring you this broadcast this afternoon here on mylocalradio.com. I want to thank our advertisers, Altitude Evanston, also Chad's Automotive, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Westar Printing, and of course mylocalradio.com and the Co-op. The final score, it was the Cokeville Panthers 35, the Lyman Eagles 6. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Football on mylocalradio.com.